And welcome to the legendary Boothill Speedway. My name is Joshua Bell, and it's my pleasure to be your announcer this weekend for the Billy Melton Memorial. You can find us on Facebook at Boothill Speedway, and you can find me on Facebook at Joshua Bell-Announcer. Built in 1973, Boothill Speedway is the oldest operating racetrack in the state of Louisiana. For 50 years, the hill has always been the place to race in the Arklatex. In the early days, Boothill was the home track to many legends of our sport. National Sprint Car Hall of Famer Gary Wright was often in attendance in the 70s and 80s, racing late models and modifieds. Boothill also saw many battles between two National Dirt Late Model Hall of Famers in Doug Ingalls and Billy Moyer. But the name that sticks out above them all is the king of the hill, Ronnie Adams. Adams was said to have won nearly 600 races in his storied career, with no less than 300 of them coming right here at the hill. We tragically lost Ronnie in August of 2019, but his legend lives on each season as we open with the Ronnie Adams Memorial featuring the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series Super Late Models. Time would not allow enough discussion to do justice for this legendary facility and all the stories it has to offer, but we thank you for being a part of our 50th anniversary season here at the Hill, and we hope you enjoy your time here with us. If this is your first time, here are some of our courtesy rules that you should know. During green flag competition, please remain seated so that those behind you have a chance to see the action. Also, please do not stand along the fence while the cars are racing, and always be aware of your surroundings. We ask this for your safety and the safety of others. We will start with hot laps. These are practice laps for the drivers to make sure their cars are working properly. After hot laps, we will have our opening ceremonies, followed by qualifying heat races. These races are short in distance, and the purpose of them is to determine the starting order for the feature race. If there are more than 20 cars registered for a particular class, we will run consolation races. Consolations are a last chance for each driver to make the feature race. Feature races will be longer, typically 15 to 20 laps, and the finishing order will determine the payout to the drivers at the end of the night. Of course, this weekend, our format is a little bit different. Tonight is opening night, or the first race night, I should say, of the Billy Melton Memorial. So we will do two sets of qualifying passing points heat races for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. The Granger Equipment Factory stocks will run their heat races tonight. The rest of their races will be tomorrow. That goes for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds as well. Tonight it is a full show for the Sportsters and the front-wheel drive 4-cylinders. And tomorrow night we'll conclude the Limited Modified and factory stock portions of the Billy Melton Memorial and be joined with a full show by the Pro Mods and the Crate Late Models, sponsored by Fraser Accounting. We're going to get set for hot laps here in just a moment. Sportsters will be first. Front-wheel drive 4-cylinders will be second. The LED for Life Limited Modifieds after that, and the Granger Equipment Factory stocks will round out hot laps. Then we'll get set for heat races. So here is your Sportsters for their hot laps. The first car is Miss Triple X out of Shreveport, Brittany Graham. The 194 will be driven by John McCune. He's from Stonewall, Louisiana. The 85 is Chris White from Kilgore, Texas. The 75 is going to be Michael White, also from Kilgore. Up now is the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Driving the 18S from West Monroe is going to be Billy Smith Jr. In the 18 from West Monroe is Chris Canterbury. Pulling onto the Speedway in turn 4 from Chatham, Louisiana. The 36J is Josie Irvin. On to the Speedway now is the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. The first car out from Benton, Louisiana, the 25 of Josh Bauckham, followed by the 88, the defending Billy Melton Memorial Race winner from Texarkana, Texas. That's Justin Whitehead. Last night's top qualifier from Blanchard, Louisiana, the 2-3 is going to be Cody Tupper. And rolling into turn number 1 from Wascom, Texas, in the double nickel will be Ricky Burke Jr. B99 is Ben Leedy out of Jonesboro, Louisiana, followed by the 91 of Chris Freeland from Bastrop, Louisiana. The 15 is Tracy Denby Jr. from Vidor, Texas. The 9C, Christopher Freeland out of Bastrop, Louisiana. The 12 is Bailey Dosser from Wills Point, Texas. Racetrack already faster than it was last night for qualifying time trials. Josh Bauckham, the fastest in practice session number 1, turning a lap of 17.330. Justin Whitehead, second quickest with a 17.670. Cody Tupper backs up his top qualifier night last night with a third fastest time in hot lap session number 1 for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. Of course, these guys right here, as you well may know, are racing for $5,087 to win this weekend. The Granger Equipment Factory stocks have $1,587 on the line for the Billy Melton Memorial. Hot lap session number 2 now on to the Speedway. The first car out from Greenville, Texas is the 20D of Rowdy Day, followed by the 19 of Ronnie Freeland from Bastrop, Louisiana. The C65 is Casey Mooney out of Bloomberg, Texas. The 9R is going to be Baron Prince out of Houghton. From Frankston, Texas, the 15 will be driven by Denny Geiber. The 36 rolling in turns 1 and 2. The one ahead into turn 2, the blue one from Texarkana, Texas, is Colby Mewborn. The 92 is going to be Andrew Rossum, also from Texarkana, followed by the 36C of Connor Mewborn. And Connor Williams in the 7CC out of Sibley, Louisiana. Apologies, folks. I misspoke at the end of practice session number 1. The fastest in session 1 and still the fastest on the top of the board is Tracy Denby Jr., turning a lap of a 16.968. Tracy Denby Jr. is fastest so far. Rowdy Day, second quick with a 17.180. Colby Mewborn now third. 17.225 was his best lap time. Hot lap session number 3 pulling out, and leading the field from Stonewall, Louisiana is the C12 of Chris Hall, followed by the Ruston, Louisiana native, the K9 of Mark Underwood Jr. After him from Elizabeth, Louisiana, the E8 is Ethan Bales. Bales has 4 wins on the year at Thunder Valley Speedway this season, followed by the 23 of Howard Willis out of Dayton, Texas. He's won over 800 races in his career, that 23 white and green machine down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Behind him from Marksville, Louisiana, the K1 is Stephen Guidry, followed by the 20 of Brent Tidwell from Harleton, Texas. The 81 of Ricky Ingalls out of Longview, Texas. The 18J of Jake Huckabee from Texarkana, Texas. And, of course, the 22 of Chris Hennigan from Marshall, Texas. After practice session number 3, Tracy Denby Jr. remains the fastest, but Ricky Ingalls takes the second spot away in session number 3. Brent Tidwell also cracked the top 5 in the 20 machine. So your top 5 looks like this through practice so far. Tracy Denby Jr., Ricky Ingalls, Rowdy Day, Colby Mewborn, and Brent Tidwell is your top 5. Rolling on to the Speedway now from Mooringsport, Louisiana, it's the 00 of J.D. Ammons, followed by the 99X of Dustin Tater Hyde out of Texarkana, Texas. Rolling into turn number 2 from Genoa, Arkansas, it's the 00 of B.J. Moore. And from Natchitoches, Louisiana, the 3D is David Edwards. Jacob McRae in the 25J from Shreveport, and the Marshall Missile from Marshall, Texas, the 69 of Derek Grigsby. After the 4th and final practice session, J.D. Ammons able to crack into the top 3, third fastest overall, turning a lap of 17.159. Derek Grigsby right behind him, now 4th quick. Rowdy Day still rounds out the top 5. On to the Speedway comes the Granger Equipment Factory stocks, and the first car out from Marshall, Texas is the C16 of Chris Hennigan. Also from Marshall, Texas, the 22 of Dustin Hennigan. From Bossier City, the 12 car will be driven by Bo Perry. That's the 12 on the back straightaway, of course. The 11H is going to be Logan Hughes out of Wascom, Texas. The 09 of Dawson Moore from Bastrop, Louisiana. The 12 will be David Smith from Ruston, Louisiana. The J27 is Scotty Case from Marshall, Texas. The 41 of Dylan Elasco from Huffman, Texas. And the 18H, good to see TJ Evans back behind the wheel. He's from Kilgore, Texas. On to the track rolls, hot lap session number 2 for the Granger Equipment Factory stocks. The 2K is going to be Nicholas Kirby from Laneville, Texas. The 55M, your defending track champion, is from Bossier City. It's Cody Myers. The 38 is Mike Wells from Texarkana, Texas. The 5, Frank Canizaro out of Mansfield, Louisiana. The 00 will be David Vosbury from Keithville, followed by the 27 of Dalton Faulkner from Cut and Shoot, Texas. The 20 of Neil Kemp out of Mineral Springs, Arkansas. The 51D is Daniel Lamphere from Eagletown, Oklahoma. The Triple X of Sean Graham from Shreveport rounds out the running order. Hot lap session number 3 now entering the Speedway. From Shreveport, the 10X is going to be Josh Daughtery, followed by the 66 star of Drayton Graham from Cleveland, Texas. The Colfax, Louisiana native of Joshua Martin with 1 win on the year here at Boothill. That in the 88M machine. The 555 is going to be Nacy Holiday from Urania, Louisiana. The 3 is going to be CJ Howell from Dry Prong. The 36J of Justin Whitehead from Texarkana, Texas, followed by the 81 of Ricky Ingalls from Longview, Texas, and the 12N of Derek Grigsby out of Marshall. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us here tonight for the Billy Melton Memorial. Hot laps are complete. We're going to get set for heat races here in just a moment. But before we do that, we're going to move to our opening ceremony. So please rise and remove your hats. Let's pray. Father God, your word says in Galatians chapter 3, Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law by becoming a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone who is hanged on a tree, so that in Christ Jesus the blessing of Abraham might come to the Gentiles, so that we might receive the promised Spirit through faith. Lord, this word speaks of how you have redeemed us, Lord, that we were fallen and we had rejected you in every way possible. But Lord, you became the curse for us to die in our place. Lord, you did die on a tree. Lord, you were cursed on our behalf. Lord, that we might come to know you, that we might receive the promised Spirit through faith. So I pray this reality upon everyone here tonight, those watching at home. Lord, that they would know you, that they would turn from their sin, Lord, repent and believe in you and receive salvation. We pray this in Christ's name. Also, Lord, we pray that you would protect our drivers tonight and the crew members, the track officials, and all of these great fans. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? All right, folks, here is your Sportsters Heat Race. On the pole from Shreveport in the Hitman Designs, Jeff's Racing Products, J&J Motorsports, Chris White Racing, number XXX is Brittany Graham. On the outside from Kilgore, Texas, in the Hitman Designs, Michael White Trucking, number 85 is Chris White. Starting third from Stonewall, Louisiana, in the Camus Electric, Bogus Racing, Summer Grove Auto Care, number 194 is John McCune. And starting fourth out of Kilgore, Texas, the Michael White Trucking, Chris White Racing, number 75 of Michael White. So we got 4 cars. We're going to go 8 laps in distance. Of course, all cars advance to the A feature for the Sportsters. Brittany Graham, Chris White, John McCune, and Michael White. Michael White, the only one of these 4 competitors to not win one yet this season at Boothill. Also, I believe this is his season debut. So the 85 of Chris White gets the jump on the rest of the field, rolling around the outside of pole sitter Brittany Graham. Looks like a problem for the Triple X of Brittany Graham on perhaps the right rear. Looks a little bit wobbly on the Triple X machine. The 194 of John McCune able to power around her outside for the second spot. Now here comes Michael White after Brittany as she will roll it into the infield. Something not working properly on the Triple X machine. So Chris White, your race leader in the 85. John McCune in the 194 in the second spot. And Michael White in third in the 75. We're halfway home, 4 laps down and 4 to go. Folks, if you're a big race fan and never quite had the funds to get into racing, this may just be the opportunity for you. Brand new class to Boothill Speedway this season. Very cost effective and affordable to get out here and enjoy some racing at the hill. So far, the racing has been pretty competitive as well. Brittany Graham has a pair of wins. Chris Weatherford, I believe, has 2 wins now. Chris White has 2. And John McCune has either 2 or 3, I believe. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. With 2 laps to go for the 85 of Chris White. White flag will come high to the sky. 1 lap to go for the Sportsters heat race. Checkered flag waving. The 85 of Chris White will take the win and start on the pole of tonight's feature for the Sportsters. John McCune will finish in the second spot in the Bogus Racing number 194. And coming around to finish third will be the 75 of Michael White. So your top 3 cars in third from Kilgore, Texas, the 75 of Michael White. Second place from Stonewall, Louisiana, the 194 of John McCune. And taking the win, put your hands together for him out of Kilgore, Texas, the 85 of Chris White. Here comes the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders for their first of 2 heat races. Heat race number 1 lining up in this way. On the pole from Benton, Louisiana, the Fast Fix Dent Repair Cajun Craze Adams Auto Body Easy One Racing Engines number 46 is Jackson Gallagher. On the outside pole from Chatham in the Kenny Irvin Trucking Big Boy Mowers Smith Motorsports P Daddy's Garage number 36J is Josie Irvin. On the inside of row number 2 from West Monroe in the 18 is Chris Canterbury. To the outside from New Boston, Texas in the Redbone Magic Brewing Company, Sling Blade Axe Throwing Company, Hunt and Jay's Lawn Care 54 Motorsports number 72K is Kayla Strom. And Billy Smith Jr. in the 18S out of West Monroe. Front-wheel drive 4-cylinder heat races will be 6 laps in distance. All cars advancing to tonight's A feature got 10 front-wheel drive 4 cylinders checked in here tonight. Jackson Gallagher out front early in the 46 car. Here comes Billy Smith Jr. to the inside of Josie Irvin. They're going to go wheel-to-wheel through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, Josie holds the spot. '46 of Jackson Gallagher still looking strong out in the front spot in the 46 Fast Fix Dent Repair Machine. The 18S of Billy Smith Jr. will now dispose of Josie Irvin for the second spot. Irvin holds third, Canterbury in fourth, coming after Irvin for the third spot. They're side by side out of turn number 4. Give Canterbury the spot by just half a nose as they cross the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. Josie Irvin 4 wheels above the cushion, bangs the wall in turn number 2. That's going to allow Kayla Strom to get by. We got 2 laps to go. White flag is in the air, 1 lap left. 46 of Jackson Gallagher has a strong advantage over Billy Smith Jr. Chris Canterbury still in third. Coming around turn number 4, he's got checkers on his car. He's got checkers in his sight. Jackson Gallagher takes the win in heat race number 1. He'll start on the pole tonight. Billy Smith Jr. in second. Chris Canterbury third. Kayla Strom in fourth, and Josie Irvin will round out the 5-car field. So your top 3 cars in third from West Monroe, Louisiana, the 18 of Chris Canterbury. Second place from West Monroe, the 18S of Billy Smith Jr. And taking the win, how about a round of applause for him out of Benton, Louisiana, the 46 of Jackson Gallagher. And heat race number 2 now pulling on to the Speedway will line up in this way. On the pole from Blanchard aboard the Amsoil DuPont Auto Service, TJ's Trucking, number 25 of Hunter Armstrong. And to the outside from Shreveport, the Outlaw Transmission, Golf Cart Palace, Edward Rice Parts Peddling, DuPont Auto Service, number 06 is Jack DuPont. To the inside of row number 2 out of Houghton, Louisiana, the DuPont Auto Service, Wright's Towing Service, Ironclad Fabrication and Rentals, Sky Vacuum Service, number 05 of Luke DuPont. To the outside is scheduled to be the H95 of D. Harris from Shudrint, Louisiana. Not sure if I've seen D here tonight or not in the H95. And starting 5th, now 4th from Houghton, Louisiana, the TDJ Oilfield Services, number 71K is Hunter Hollis. So Jackson Gallagher going to start on the pole of tonight's front-wheel drive 4-cylinder A main. Winner of this heat race will start alongside him on the outside of the front row. We're going to go 6 laps in distance to see who it'll be. It looks like there may be a problem on the 05 of Luke DuPont, that brand new white and green machine. The lights are out. We're going green, and Luke DuPont into the infield. So it'll be Hunter Armstrong, Jack DuPont, and Hunter Hollis making the call for heat race number 2. Team cars out front, Armstrong and DuPont side by side for the race lead down the back straightaway. Jack DuPont has 10 wins on the year in front-wheel drive 4-cylinder competition. And he's got the race lead at the end of circuit number 1 as they cross the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. Jack DuPont, your race leader. Hunter Armstrong in second. Hunter Hollis way up into the wall in turns 1 and 2. He'll lose lots of ground there in the 3rd spot in the 71K. Jack DuPont, your race leader in the 06. 25 of Hunter Armstrong in the 2nd spot. Halfway home, 3 laps complete, 3 laps left for the 2nd of 2 front-wheel drive 4-cylinder heat races as part of the Advanced Powder Coating Weekly Racing Series here at Boothill Speedway. Two laps to go. White flag is in the air, 1 lap left for the 06 of Jack DuPont. Off at turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, Hunter Armstrong trying his best to catch up, but he'll run out of time. Checkers wave for the 06 of Jack DuPont. He'll start on the outside pole tonight. Hunter Armstrong in second, and coming around to grab the 3rd spot is going to be Hunter Hollis in the 71K. So your top three cars: in third from Houghton, Louisiana, the 71K of Hunter Hollis. Second place from Blanchard, the 25 of Hunter Armstrong. And taking the win, make some noise for him out of Shreveport, the 06 of Jack DuPont. And now we are set for the LED for Life Limited Modified Heat Races, round number 1. We've got 5 heat races in round 1, 4 heat races in round 2. Here's how heat race number 1 will stack up. On the pole, out of Shreveport, Louisiana, driving the Get Lit Lighting, KB Custom Designs, A-Mark Metals Quick Race Cars, number 25J is Jacob McRae. On his outside from Sibley, Louisiana, aboard the Williams Flooring and Construction, Blacks Metals, Myers Automotive, IRP Race Cars, number 7CC is Connor Williams. To the inside of row number 2 from Dayton, Texas is going to be Howard Willis in the 41 Shocks Day Motorsports D-Fox Racing Engines Moser Race Cars. The 81 is Ricky Ingalls out of Longview, Texas. Cody Tupper in the 23. Ethan Bales in the E8. Rowdy Day in the 20D. And the 36 of Colby Mewborn at the tail of the field from Texarkana, Texas. Remember, folks, this is passing points heat races, and they're 4 wide right off the bat in turn number 2. 4 wide, something's got to give. Looks like it'll be the 25J of Jacob McRae giving it all. 7CC of Connor Williams out front now. Ricky Ingalls in the second spot, and Howard Willis in third. Now problems for the E8 of Ethan Bales. He'll spin in turn number 2. That'll bring out the caution flag. LED for Life provides a wide variety of residential, commercial, and automotive LED products and is available to assist in any custom LED lighting project you have in mind. For more information on LED for Life, contact Donnie Spears directly at 318-208-8403 or stop by the store on Benton Road in Bossier City. Again, that number is 318-208-8403. So we are underway in heat race number 1 for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. Connor Williams is your race leader at the moment. Ricky Ingalls in the second spot, choosing the outside line. And Howard Willis to the inside in the third spot. We've got 1 lap in the books, 7 laps to go. And remember, it's always passing points heat races for these 2-day shows. So it's not just about where you finish, it's about how many cars you pass to get to where you finish. Green flag waves. Now Howard Willis to the inside of Ricky Ingalls. They're side by side, a pair of veteran racers there. Over 1,000 wins combined for those two drivers as they battle side by side for second. Ricky Ingalls has the advantage at the line. They cross underneath the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. Ricky Ingalls has the advantage in the second spot. Third is Howard Willis. Fourth, Rowdy Day. Fifth place is Cody Tupper. Colby Mewborn right behind there in the 36. Last year's track champion here at the Hill, and also the runner-up of the Billy Melton Memorial last season in the 36. Connor Williams looking strong out front. He's the current Louisiana State points leader in the Bayou Dirt Life. You can find that on Facebook, Bayou Dirt Life, presented by JCR Components. Connor Williams leading the limited modified statewide points as he sees the cross flags. 4 laps down and 4 to go. Connor Williams, Ricky Ingalls. Now here comes Rowdy Day to the inside of Howard Willis. Rowdy Day is one of 3 drivers to have won 11 races this season in Southern Sport Mod Limited Modified competition. 11 races won by the 20D of Rowdy Day as he moves into the third spot, overtaking Howard Willis. Now 2 laps to go for the 7CC of Connor Williams. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, he leads the field. They're pacing about 3 car lengths in between each driver. White flag is in the air, 1 lap to go. Should say as well, Connor Williams was fastest in practice last night turned 57 laps in his brother's limited modified last night's practice session. And checkered flag waves. Looks like it's going to pay off for Connor Williams. He wins heat race number 1. Ricky Ingles in second. Third place is Rowdy Day. Howard Willis in fourth. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be Cody Tupper. So your top 3 cars. In third is going to be the 20D of Rowdy Day from Greenville, Texas. He went from 7th to 3rd in that heat race. Ricky Ingles started 4th, finished 2nd out of Longview, Texas in the 81. And taking the win from the outside pole from Sibley, Louisiana, it's the 7CC. Make some noise for Connor Williams. Heat race number 2 will stack up in this way on the pole. The fastest driver in practice tonight from Vidor, Texas. The Wills ATV, old number 7 Bar and Grill, CB Race Engines, IRP Race Cars, number 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. On the outside pole from Texarkana, Texas, driving the G-Unit Structures Box Drop Mattress of Texarkana, Best Engines Express Race Cars, number 92 of Andrew Rossum. Your third starter is from Ruston, Louisiana. And he drives the K9 machine, the BRT Performance Shelton Energy Solutions PTS Race Engines Western Flyer race car. And to his outside from Marshall, Texas is the 22 of Chris Hennigan. Baron Prince in the 9R from Houghton, Louisiana. Chris Freeland in the 91 from Bastrop. And the 12 of Bailey Dosser out of Wills Point, Texas. Green flag in the air for heat race number 2. Tracy Denby Jr. with a good start that time in the 15 machine. I believe he's got 4 races on that brand new car, and he's won 3 of them. Brand new IRP race car. He moved away from the Vato chassis into the IRP. And it looks like it was a good business decision as he's been able to route many fields over the course of the last month or so. Tracy Denby Jr., your race leader. Mark Underwood Jr. in the second spot. Andrew Rossum third. Fourth is Chris Hennigan. And Baron Prince rounding out the top 5 that time by. Mark Underwood Jr. has 2 wins on the year at Super B Speedway. He runs in the second spot. Andrew Rossum took the victory at Texarkana 67 Speedway earlier this year. He's got 1 win on the season. And, of course, the 22 of Chris Hennigan, not his familiar number. He usually races the 16 open wheel modified. He's been absolutely stellar this season at Arklatex Speedway, winning all but 1 event so far. We're halfway home now, 4 laps down and 4 to go, and we got one turned around on the front straightaway. The 12 of Bailey Dosser facing the wrong direction, headed toward the race leaders, and the yellow flag flies for the first time in heat race number 2. Advanced Powder Coating is a proud corporate partner of Boothill Speedway and the weekly racing series. At Advanced Powder Coating, we can do everything you expect from a powder coater, but the difference is we can do so much more. Based in Shreveport, Louisiana, Advanced Powder Coating employs a staff of 30 inside of a 12,500 square foot shop. Our state-of-the-art equipment includes both a 20-foot-long oven and a 32.5-foot-long oven. Check us out today at advancedpowdercoating.org to learn more about what we can do to exceed your expectations. So we have 4 laps in the books and 4 laps remaining. The 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. out front in his IRP race car. Mark Underwood Jr. in the second spot in the K9, and the 92 of Andrew Rossum third. Fourth is Chris Hennigan. Fifth, Baron Prince. And sixth, the 91 of Chris Freeland. So Bailey Doss are going to have to go off on the hook. Unfortunate circumstance there in his heat race. His first set of heat races, I should say. And the green flag flies yet again. We got half a race to go. They're underway down the back straightaway. Denby, Underwood, Rossum, Hennigan, Prince, and Freeland. A lot of fast cars in this heat race right here. Andrew Rossum testing the high side, but here comes Chris Hennigan down on the bottom. He'll take the third spot away down the back straightaway. The 22 of Chris Hennigan now in third. 2 laps to go for the 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. Now here comes Baron Prince coming after the 4th spot, and Andrew Rossum. White flag high to the sky. 1 lap to go this time by. Off of 2 and down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time in heat race number 2. Tracy Denby Jr. looks great out front. He'll win heat race number 2. Mark Underwood Jr. in second. Third place is Chris Hennigan. 4th, Andrew Rossum. And rounding out the top 5 will be Baron Prince. So your top 3 cars in third from Marshall, Texas. The 22 of Chris Hennigan moves from 4th to 3rd. Second place will be Mark Underwood Jr. moving from 3rd to 2nd and taking the win from the inside pole out of Vidor, Texas. Put your hands together for Tracy Denby Jr. in the 15. Heat race number 3 coming up next, and here is the starting lineup. On the pole from Bloomberg, Texas, aboard the Bayou Dirt Works DuPont Auto Service Advanced Performance Engines IRP race cars, number C65, is Casey Mooney. And to the outside, out of Frankston, Texas, driving the Isaacs Wrecker Service IRP race car, number 15 of Denny Geiber. Your third starter is from Texarkana, Texas, in the A&T Delivery American Automotive Best Engines Express race cars, number 88 of Justin Whitehead. And to the outside from Mooringsport, Louisiana, it's going to be the Outlaw Transmission Outback Boat and Motor New York Life Auto Grosinger Tri-State Battery Supply, number 00 of J.D. Ammons. From New Boston, Texas, is the F5 of Skeet Amison. And to the outside is going to be Christopher Freeland in the 9C from Bastrop. The 25 of Josh Bauckham from Benton, Louisiana rounds out the field. Green flag waves on heat race number 3. Looks like Denny Geiber gets a good start around the outside of Casey Mooney. Geiber will lead lap number 1. Casey Mooney in the 2nd spot with Justin Whitehead 3rd. Skeet Amison in 4th. J.D. Ammons rounding out the top 5. Justin Whitehead, of course, the defending race winner of the Billy Melton Memorial. Took the win last season for $5,087. He's hoping to do it yet again here tonight, or rather tomorrow, as tomorrow's the payday. Tonight, just qualifying heat races for the limited modifieds. Now Whitehead moves into the 2nd spot ahead of Casey Mooney. Denny Geiber looking strong out front in the 15. He's got about a half straightaway advantage over Justin Whitehead. Now off of turn number 4, Skeet Amison with a bold move to move into the 3rd spot. J.D. Ammons is going to come right there with him. Ammons into 4th. Casey Mooney now relegated to the 5th position. Josh Bauckham was able to get by Christopher Freeland. He's going to set his sights on Casey Mooney. Looking to crack into the top 5. We're halfway home. 4 laps down and 4 to go. Geiber, Whitehead, Amison, Ammons, and Bauckham is your top 5. Mooney and Freeland rounding out your field at this time. Two laps to go now for Denny Geiber. Geiber has 5 wins on the year this season, 1 coming at Big O Speedway in Ennis, Texas, and 4 wins at Lone Star Speedway so far this season in 2022. White flag in the air, 1 lap left. Justin Whitehead has 2 limited modified wins to his credit. One coming right here at Boothill Speedway for the Ronnie Adams Memorial. His other win came at Texarkana 67 Speedway this season. Checkered flag waves. Denny Guyber is going to take the win in heat race number 3. Justin Whitehead second. Third place is Skeet Amison. Fourth is J.D. Ammons. And rounding out the top 5 will be Josh Bauckham. So your top 3 cars, moving from 5th to 3rd, will be the New Boston, Texas native of Skeet Amison in the F5. Second place, the 88 of Justin Whitehead moves from 3rd to 2nd from Texarkana, Texas. And taking the win from the outside pole, moving from 2nd to 1st from Frankston, Texas. Put your hands together for Denny Guyber in the 15. Now on to heat race number 4 for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. On the pole from Texarkana, Texas, driving the Durham Lawn Care Awards 4-wheel drive Hitman Designs Durham Racing Chassis, number 99X is Dustin Tater Hyde. On the outside from Marksville, Louisiana, the Sugarland Garden Soil and Materials River Runs Dirt Service Petrie Race Engines Express Race Cars, number K1 is Stephen Guidry. To the outside out of Marshall, Texas, aboard the True Love Law Firm 5-Star Builders PTS Race Engines IRP Race Cars, number 69 of Derek Grigsby. And to the outside from Texarkana, Texas, driving the Bristow Custom Metals Connect Work Tools Best Engines IRP Race Cars, number 18J is Jake Huckabee. From Harleton, Texas, the 20 is going to be Brent Tidwell, and the 45 of Jeremy Miller out of Anacoco, Louisiana. Green flag waves for heat race number 4. The 21 of Jacob Fricks on the lineup, but I don't believe Fricks pulled into the pitting area here tonight. He was here last night to practice and qualify, but didn't do so well. Maybe there was a problem on his race car, but he is not here tonight. The 21 of Jacob Fricks, a scratch for tonight's qualifying heat races. They're side by side for the race lead. The K1 of Stephen Guidry rolls around the outside of Tater Hyde for the race lead. Move Guidry to the point. Guidry has 2 wins this year, one coming at the Darty Smith Memorial at Thunder Valley Speedway. His second win came just a couple of weekends ago at Arklatex Speedway. He's been competitive here at the Hill, but so far not able to make his way to ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. Dustin Tater Hyde, of course, making his season debut in limited modified competition, driving Dustin Durham's race car, the 99X. The 69 of Derek Grigsby has 5 wins on the year, 4 coming right here at the Hill. Keep your eyes on that 69 all weekend long. We got 4 laps left for the K1 of Stephen Guidry. Cross flags displayed for that driver out front. No changing in the racing order. The last several laps, white flag now displayed for the K1 of Stephen Guidry. Checkered flag waves. The K1 of Stephen Guidry is going to take the race win. Dustin Tater Hyde will come home second. Third place is Derek Grigsby. Fourth, Jake Huckabee. And rounding out the top 5 is Brent Tidwell. So your top 3 cars in third from Marshall, Texas, the 69 of Derek Grigsby. Second place from Texarkana, Texas, the 99X of Dustin Tater Hyde. And taking the win from second from Marksville, Louisiana, it's the K1 of Stephen Guidry. Your 5th and final heat race of set number 1 for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds is going to line up in this way. On the pole from Stonewall, Louisiana, the Blue Heron Septic Down Home meets Mullins Race Engines IRP Race Cars. Number C12 is Chris Hall. To the outside from Jonesboro, Louisiana, the Woodrow Lowe Trucking, Mark Kennedy Plumbing, Paul Leedy Race Engines, Western Flyer Race Cars. Number B99 is Ben Leedy. Your third starter from Genoa, Arkansas is going to be the Custom Coatings and Fabrication Club 20 Suspension Best Engines IRP Race Cars. Number 00 of BJ Moore. On the outside from Texarkana, Texas, piloting the Herald's Transmission Hadaway Collision Best Engines Western Flyer Race Cars, number 36C is Connor Mewborn. The 3D is going to be David Edwards from Natchitoches, Louisiana. From Bastrop, Louisiana, the 19 of Ronnie Freeland. And out of Wascom, Texas will be the 55 of Ricky Burke Jr. Green flag waves on the 5th and final heat race. And looks like the caution light will display. Maybe a no start ruled on that one. Drivers being warned to start at the orange cone in turn number 4, not before. You have to start after the orange cone. So the C12 of Chris Hall, the B99 of Ben Leedy, the 00 BJ Moore, the 36C of Connor Mewborn. The 3D is David Edwards out of Natchitoches, Louisiana, the Allen Crawfish, Mike's Welding, Advanced Performance Engines Express Race Cars. The 19 of Ronnie Freeland driving the CCR Converters, Freeland Land Services, UFO Motorsports Express Race Car, and the 55 Rollo's Auto Sales, Mobac Suspension Technology, PTS Race Engines, IRP Race Cars. Number 55 is Ricky Burke Jr. So heat race number 5 underway yet again for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. Chris Hall leads the field out of turn number 4, but here comes BJ Moore looking for that position. Hall will lead lap number 1. BJ Moore knocking on the door down on the bottom side of the Speedway. They're side by side for the race lead at the exit of 2. Here comes Connor Mewborn to the inside of Ben Leedy for 3rd. Mewborn picked up his first career limited modified win at Arklatex Speedway last Saturday night for the Billy Robinson Memorial. A $1,501 payday. BJ Moore, Chris Hall, Connor Mewborn, Ben Leedy, and David Edwards, your top 5, with Ricky Burke Jr. and Ronnie Freeland rounding out the rest of the field. We're halfway home, 4 down and 4 remaining. Two laps to go, this time for the 00 of BJ Moore. Chris Hall staying strong in the second spot, but Connor Mewborn coming after him for the runner-up position. They're wheel to wheel through 3 and 4. White flag in the air for Moore. Ben Leedy 4th. 5th is David Edwards. Will anything change among the top 5 as BJ Moore rolls out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time in set number 1 for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. Checkered flag waves. BJ Moore is your race winner. Second place, Chris Hall. 3rd is Connor Mewborn. 4th, Ben Leedy. And David Edwards will round out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in 3rd from Texarkana, Texas is the 36C of Connor Mewborn. Second place out of Stonewall, Louisiana, the C12 of Chris Hall. And taking the win from Genoa, Arkansas, it's the 00 of BJ Moore. How about a round of applause for BJ Moore? So it's now time for the Granger Equipment Factory Stock Heat Races. We have 3 of these. It'll be passing points for these guys as well. 8 laps in distance for each of the 3 heat races, and we're going to start it off with a good one. Here is your lineup. On the pole from Marshall, Texas, driving the Rollos Auto Sales, Mobag Suspension Technology, Rick Sisk Racing Engines, Laser Race Cars, number 22 is Dustin Hennigan. On the outside pole, out of Texarkana, Texas, aboard the Central Heating and Air Conditioning, Arklatex Animal Hospital, Hobby Shop Race Engines, Outlaw Race Cars, number 38 of Mike Wells. Your third starter hails from Ruston, Louisiana, and he drives the Dixie Towing Advanced Performance Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 12 of David Smith. Your fourth starter from Colfax, Louisiana, the current Bayou Dirt Life Louisiana State Point Leader. From Colfax, Louisiana, the J&M Sandblasting Bodies by 88M CB Race Engines Outlaw Race Cars, number 88M of Joshua Martin. Starting fifth from Wascom, Texas, aboard the Ironfoot Logistics No-Kill Performance Cato Electric Contracting Clayton Homes of Marshall, Texas, number 11H is Logan Hughes. And to the outside, out of Bossier City, Louisiana, the Dales Pavement, J&J Motorsports, Myers Automotive, Laser Race Cars, number 12 of Bo Perry. Starting seventh out of Shreveport in the W&W Timber Hitman Designs WCH Racing Engines Dominator Race Cars number XXX is going to be Sean Graham. And to his outside out of Texarkana, Texas in the W&W Timber A&T Delivery Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 36J is Justin Whitehead. And to cap off a stellar field out of Mineral Springs, Arkansas, driving the Team Smallwood Remax Club 20 Suspension Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 20 of Neil Kemp. Again, we're going 8 laps in distance, and the top 12 cars overall in passing points will be locked into tomorrow night's $1,587 to win factory stock race for the Granger Equipment Factory Stocks at the Billy Melton Memorial. We are underway for heat race number 1 for the Granger Equipment Factory Stocks, and right away they're 3 wide with a door slam from the 12 of David Smith. Justin Whitehead all the way from the 8th starting spot into 3rd at the exit of lap number 1, the conclusion of lap number 1, I should say. Now Sean Graham into the 4th spot. So your 4th row starters, Sean Graham and Justin Whitehead, now up to 4th and 3rd just in 1 lap. Mike Wells out front in the 38. And the 12 of David Smith will go around in 3 and 4. Looks like he'll keep it rolling and we'll stay green. Top 3 cars nose to tail as they enter turn number 3. Mike Wells, Dustin Hennigan, and Justin Whitehead. Here comes Justin Whitehead to the inside in the 36J, looking for the 2nd spot. Big sparks underneath the back end of the 36J as he moves into the 2nd position, trying to track down Mike Wells, fellow Texarkana native. With 4 laps down and 4 laps to go. So far, Mike Wells, Justin Whitehead, Dustin Hennigan, Sean Graham, and Bo Perry is your top 5. Joshua Martin, Neil Kemp, Logan Hughes, and David Smith rounding out the rest of your field. Out of turn number 4, Mike Wells will sail high. Justin Whitehead looking to the inside. Can't make the pass that time, but he's got 3 laps to work with. Here comes Whitehead again to the inside. They're side by side for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Mike Wells has it. Justin Whitehead peeking. Out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go this time, and Justin Whitehead, your new race leader. Whitehead out front, Mike Wells in 2nd. 3rd place is Dustin Hennigan, and we've got a great battle for 4th. Bo Perry on the inside, Sean Graham on the outside with just a couple of laps to go. Out of turn 4, it's still Whitehead. They're side by side behind him for 2nd, side by side behind them for 4th. 1 lap to go as they enter turn number 2 at the exit of 2. Down the back straightaway they go. Justin Whitehead leads them into the final corners. Checkered flag waves. Justin Whitehead will take the win. 2nd place, it's going to be close. Dustin Hennigan. 3rd is Mike Wells. 4th, Bo Perry. And rounding out the top 5 is Sean Graham as the 11H of Logan Hughes spins Caution flag was displayed, and yes, flagman Keith Parker confirms that is the end of the race. So your top 3 cars will look like this. Third place from Texarkana, Texas, started in second. That is Mike Wells. Second place, second place from the pole, the 22 out of Marshall, Texas, of Dustin Hennigan. And taking the win from 8th to 1st out of Texarkana, Texas, make some noise for the 36J of Justin Whitehead. Heat race number 2 will line up in this way. On the pole from Urania, Louisiana, in the Mark Marinelli Henry Racing number 555 is going to be Nacia Holiday. To the outside from Cleveland, Texas, in the Destiny's Vinyl Destination Beeson Racing Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars number 66 Star is Drayton Graham. I don't see Drayton out there. Oh, excuse me, I got the lineups wrong. Marshall, Texas native of Derek Grigsby starting on the outside of this heat race. David Vosbury third, Jeff Hammett in fourth, Cody Myers, Chris Hennigan, Scotty Case, Ricky Ingalls, and TJ Evans. Green flag. Green flag flies for heat race number 2 for the Granger Equipment Factory stocks. David Vosbury in his brand new Outlaw race car. We're headed into turn number 3. Pushes way up the racetrack, and he'll lose the race lead to the C16 of Chris Hennigan. Chris Hennigan out front in the C16. Derek Grigsby second. Now Cody Myers comes for second. He'll take the spot out of turn number 2. So Chris Hennigan, Cody Myers, Derek Grigsby, and we got one spinning. It's the 00 of David Vosbury. And caution flag will wave for the first time in factory stock competition. Granger Equipment strives to provide quality machines at a competitive price. We not only inventory equipment, but also stock a large inventory of parts and supplies to keep our customers' forestry and construction jobs running smoothly and efficiently. Give Garrett Granger a call at 318-255-5074. That's 318-255-5074. Special thanks to Granger Equipment, the title sponsor for the factory stocks at Boothill Speedway. So Chris Hennigan is your race leader in the Southern Roofing Bobby's Body Shop entry. Cody Myers in the Harvey Toyota Twin City Towing number 55M in the second spot. Derek Grigsby third, and we are back underway. Green flag waves. Looks like problems for the 00 of David Vosbury. Not able to make that car fire properly. He'll pull it into the infield. Also problems for the 12N of Derek Grigsby. And as you may have noticed, the J27 of Scotty Case into the infield. So 3 big-time contenders this weekend having problems right off the bat in factory stock competition. Chris Hennigan has everything working right for him so far in his heat race. Hennigan is your race leader. Cody Myers second. Third place is Jeff Hammett. And we are halfway home. 4 laps complete. 4 laps to go. No significant battles on the racetrack at this moment. The 13 of Jeff Hammett rides in the third spot. This is his debut at Boothill Speedway this season. First time back since 2021 in the Patriot Racing number 13. Ricky Ingalls rides in the fourth spot. He's got a few wins here this year in both factory stock and limited competition, limited modified competition, that is. We got 2 laps to go for Chris Hennigan. And in the fifth spot, TJ Evans makes his return to Boothill Speedway, his first time racing in the 2022 season aboard the Tracy's Lawn Care number 18H. Now Cody Myers off the pace in the 55M. Heartbreak for that driver. White flag coming out with 1 lap to go. Now Myers into the infield, and another one bites the dust. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Hennigan will lead them into 3 and 4. Checkers wave. Chris Hennigan will take heat race number 2. Second place will be Jeff Hammett. Third, Ricky Ingles and TJ Evans will be fourth. Nacy Holiday rounding out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in third from 8th out of Longview, Texas, the 81 of Ricky Ingles. Second place after starting 4th from Edgewood, Texas is the 13 of Jeff Hammett. And taking the win from 6th out of Marshall, Texas, the C16. Make some noise for Chris Hennigan. All right, the third and final heat race for the Granger Equipment Factory stocks coming up next. On the pole from Shreveport, Louisiana, in the Twin City Towing, All Property Services, PTS Racing Engines, and Laser Race Cars. Number 10X is Josh Daughtery. To the outside out of Cleveland, Texas. Driving the Destiny's Vinyl Destination Beeson Racing Best Engines Outlaw Race Cars. Number 66 Star is going to be Drayton Graham. Starting third from Mansfield, Louisiana. In the Frank's Fishing Charters, Fishing Frenzy Tackle, Greenwood Transmission Cage, and Propane. Number 5 is Frank Canizaro. And to his outside from Eagletown, Oklahoma, driving the 51D is going to be Daniel Lamphere. Fifth starter from Bastrop, Louisiana. In the CCR Converters, Freeland Land Services, UFO Motorsports Express Race Cars. Number 09 is Dawson Moore. And to the outside from Dry Prong, Louisiana, in the JCR Components, Affordable Cleaning Team, Rodney Howell Performance Engines, Holy Moly Chassis. Number 3 is CJ Howell. Starting 7th out of Laneville, Texas, aboard the Kirby floor covering Miller's Automotive 3D Motorsports Ratchet Chassis, the 2K, is Nicholas Kirby. To the outside from Huffman, Texas, the 41 is going to be Dylan Elasco. And starting at the tail of the field from Cut and Shoot, Texas, is the 27 of Dalton Faulkner. Green flag waves. Keep your eyes on the 27 of Faulkner. He's known for moving through fields swiftly and efficiently. The 10X of Josh Daughtery, your race leader, out of turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1. Frank Canizaro in the second spot with Daniel Lamphere in third. Fourth, Drayton Graham, and CJ Howell now up to 5th in the 3. CJ Howell now battles with Drayton Graham for the 4th position. They're side by side as they enter turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Graham has the momentum around the outside. CJ Howell looks to the inside in the 3 car. He'll take that spot away this time. Out of turn number 2, he has the momentum on the inside down the back stretch. CJ Howell now moves into the 4th spot. Josh Daughtery, your race leader. Frank Canizaro second. Third is Daniel Lamphere. CJ Howell in 4th, and Drayton Graham in the 5th spot. But here comes Dalton Faulkner now to the inside of Graham, looking to crack into the top 5. Faulkner will do just that as they roll through 3 and 4. Move the 27 into the 5th spot. We have seen the cross flags. 4 laps are complete and 4 laps left to go. Problems for the 41 of Dylan Elasco. He's into the infield. It'll be 2 to go this time by for Josh Daughtery. Daniel Lamphere trying to battle with the 5 of Canizaro for second. Here comes Dalton Faulkner to the inside of CJ Howell, battling for 4th. But you could make it 3rd. Out of the outside goes CJ Howell looking for 3rd. White flag is in the air. We've got 1 lap to go. More like half a lap for your race leader at this point. Down the back straightaway, Josh Daughtery has the race lead. Frank Canizaro in second, but it's a 3-car battle for 3rd out of turn number 4. They're in stair-step formation off of 4. Checkers wave. Josh Daughtery wins. Frank Canizaro second, and Dalton Faulkner 3rd. Daniel Lamphere in 4th, and CJ Howell will finish 5th. So your top three cars in third after starting ninth from Cut and Shoot, Texas, the 27 of Dalton Faulkner. Second place from Mansfield, Louisiana, started third is the 5 of Frank Cannizzaro. And taking the win from the pole from Shreveport, the 10X of Josh Daughtery. All right, folks, we're going to take a brief break in the action here, just about 10 minutes to let our officials stretch their legs, maybe grab something to eat, use the restroom. We are going to have some folks throw in some Billy Melton Memorial T-shirts from last year, so make sure to make some noise here for them in just a minute as they get ready to throw those year-old T-shirts into the grandstands here tonight. All right, folks, here is your Sportsters feature. On the pole from Kilgore, Texas, in the Hitman Designs Michael White Trucking, number 85 is Chris White. To the outside from Stonewall, Louisiana, aboard the Camus Electric Bogus Racing Summer Grove Auto Care, number 194 is John McCune. Your third starter from Kilgore, Texas, drives the Michael White Trucking Chris White Racing, number 75 of Michael White. And your final starter from Shreveport, the Hitman Designs Jeff's Racing Products J&J Motorsports Chris White Racing, number Triple X of Brittany Graham. Sportsters feature will be 12 laps in distance. On most of our Advanced Powder Coating Weekly Racing Series events, the Sportsters get about 4 or 6 laps each time they reach the track. So here tonight, it's going to be an earlier night for us, so we're going to give them a few extra laps. 12 laps in distance for the Sportsters. Chris White, John McCune, Michael White, and Brittany Graham. Here we go. John McCune gets the drop on Chris White in the 194. McCune will power down the back straightaway away from White. Here comes Brittany Graham trying to pull even with Chris. John McCune, Chris White, Brittany Graham, and Michael White, your running order. Again, folks, if you've always wanted to get behind the wheel of a race car but didn't have a lot of extra money to spend, this is the class for you. Brand new to Boothill Speedway in 2022. Rules written by our very own Steve Bogus, the tech man here at the hill. And looks like a problem for Chris White in the 85, so your pole sitter is off the pace into the infield, and his night looks to be done. And now the 75 of Michael White will turn around in turn number 3. And John McCune, your race leader, turns around in turn number 2. So Brittany Graham, your new race leader, into turn number 3 in the Miss Triple X. Brittany Graham, your new race leader. John McCune in the second spot. Third place is Michael White. John McCune looks to be reeling in. The Triple X of Brittany Graham may have just enough time to make it a race by the end of this one. Cross flags will be displayed. Excuse me. Yes, cross flags displayed. Looks like a flagman error that time by Keith Parker, but we are halfway complete. 6 laps down and 6 laps to go. And Brittany Graham slides way up high in turn number 2. That'll open the door for the 194 to make a move. Here he comes, looking to the outside of Graham as they approach the slower car of Michael White side by side for the race lead. Smoke coming out of the 75 machine as the race leaders approach him. John McCune, your race leader, down the back straightaway, still side by side though. Brittany Graham not going away. Now all 3 of your cars 3 wide. McCune will take away the race lead from Brittany Graham. Brittany trying to come back at him into turn number 3. And now the 75 of Michael White turns it around yet again in 3 and 4. Looks like he'll keep it rolling though. We're going to stay green. It's going to be 2 laps to go this time. John McCune with about an 8-car length advantage over the Triple X of Brittany Graham as they roll down the back straightaway. He'll extend his race lead into 3 and 4. White flag coming out this time. 1 lap to go. He'll roll through the corners, down the back straightaway, into 3 and 4 for the final time here tonight. The Sportsters feature is going to be claimed by the 194 of John McCune. Brittany Graham will come around to grab the second spot. Michael White will finish in third. How about a round of applause for your Sportsters feature winner, John McCune in the 194. All right, John. Well, that was a really good race by you, man. You had the race lead. Not sure. Take us through what happened there in turn 2 that had you looped it around.
Man, I just pushed it too hard, and just looped it around. I mean, I just on the gas too much.
Well, you were able to track down Brittany and pulled away from her in the end, won by about 10 car lengths. So another successful weekend for you in ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane with the Sportsters.
Yeah.
Let's hear about everybody who helps you.
All right, Camus Electric, Summer Grove Auto Care, Hitman Designs, and Bogus Racing.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on out and enjoying the weekend with us each and every weekend. Racing the Sportsters class, it's really fun to watch the drivers that have never done this and how they can improve over the course of several weeks and months. So you've definitely got this, got a good handle on this race car now, and it's impressive to watch you.
I appreciate it, man. We need some people to build some cars.
Absolutely, man. I'm with you.
Yeah, these things don't cost about $5,000 to get out here. I mean, it's the cheapest one by far, and it's fun.
All right, well, make some noise for him one more time. Your Sportsters feature winner, John McCune in ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. All right, folks, here comes your second and final feature race here tonight. The front-wheel drive 4 cylinders coming up next. On the pole from Benton, Louisiana, the Fast Fix Dent Repair Cajun Craze Adams Auto Body Easy One Racing Engines number 46 is Jackson Gallagher. On the outside from Shreveport, Louisiana, 10 wins on the year in the Outlaw Transmission Golf Cart Palace Edward Rice Parts Peddling DuPont Auto Service number 06 of Jack DuPont. Starting third from West Monroe, Louisiana, the 18S is going to be Billy Smith Jr. And to the outside, out of Blanchard, the Amsoil DuPont Auto Service TJ's Trucking number 25 of Hunter Armstrong. From West Monroe, the 18 car starting fifth is going to be Chris Canterbury. And to the outside from New Boston, Texas, driving the Redbone Magic Brewing Company, Sling Blade Axe Throwing Company, Hunt and Jay's Lawn Care 54 Motorsports, number 72K is Kayla Strom. Starting seventh, out of Houghton, Louisiana, in the DuPont Auto Service, Wright's Towing Service, Ironclad Fabrication and Rentals, Sky Vacuum Service, number 05 is Luke DuPont. I don't see Luke out there in the 05 machine. And from Chatham, Louisiana, the Kenny Irvin Trucking, Big Boy Mowers, Smith Motorsports, P Daddy's Garage, number 36J is Josie Irvin. From Shudrint, Louisiana, the Smith Motorsports Best Welding, JCR Components, Next Level Designs, number H95 is D. Harris. And Hunter Hollis in the 71K out of Houghton, Louisiana, driving the TDJ Oilfield Services entry. We're underway for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders, and problems for the pole sitter, the 46 of Jackson Gallagher, not able to fire the engine. But the caution flag is displayed, so perhaps it was a no start. Looks like the 46 is just fine. So I believe your fourth row, your scheduled fourth row, I should say, Luke DuPont in the 05 and Josie Irvin in the 36J, not able to make the call for this one. So they're stacked back up, 8 cars out on the Speedway. We're going 12 laps for the front-wheel drive 4-cylinder feature race. Again, Jackson Gallagher, Jack DuPont, Billy Smith Jr., Hunter Armstrong, Chris Canterbury, Hunter Hollis, D. Harris, and Kayla Strom. That's going to be a better start. The 46 of Jackson Gallagher rolls around turn number 2. He's got the race lead over the 06 of Jack DuPont. Jackson Gallagher has 1 win on the year at Arclatech Speedway, looking to win his first career race at Boothill. Here comes Billy Smith Jr. to the inside of Jack DuPont, but can't make the pass. He'll have to settle for the 3rd spot at this time. Hunter Armstrong and Kayla Strom is your top 5. Strom gets a little bit crossed up through 3 and 4, but she'll be able to keep it rolling in the 5th spot. Gallagher, DuPont, Smith, Armstrong, and Strom. A good 3-car battle for not last at the back of the pack. Here comes Jack DuPont now challenging for the race lead with Jackson Gallagher. They're side by side down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. Little bit of contact there at the exit of turn number 4. Flagman Keith Parker points his finger at the 06 of DuPont. Here comes Jack back to the inside of Jackson. A good race going on up front for the top spot. 6 laps down, 6 laps left for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Now a good battle for third. Hunter Armstrong to the inside of Billy Smith Jr. for third. Throw Kayla Strom in the mix for that one. 3-car battle for third with 5 laps to go. Jackson Gallagher, still your race leader in the Fast Fix Dent Repair number 46. Jack DuPont still in the second spot. Looks like a bent front axle on the 71K of Hunter Hollis. Flagman Keith Parker trying to warn him of that. With just a few circuits remaining in the front-wheel drive 4-cylinder feature race. Here they come, approaching lap traffic with 2 laps to go. The 06 of Jack DuPont trying to set up Jackson Gallagher to be able to steal the win here tonight at Boothill Speedway. Jackson Gallagher looking for his first career win at Boothill. Jack DuPont looking for the 11th win of the season. White flag is in the air, 1 lap to go for Gallagher. DuPont paces behind in 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time for the front-wheel drive 4 cylinders. Jack DuPont searches for the bottom, can't find any grip, checkered flag waves. Jackson Gallagher gets it done at the hill. Jack DuPont will finish second, third is Hunter Armstrong, fourth Billy Smith Jr., and Kayla Strom will round out the top 5. Make some noise for Jackson Gallagher in the 46, your front-wheel drive 4-cylinder feature winner. Well, Jackson, man, you ran a great race right there. Your first career win at Boothill, that's right?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, man. Well, Jack DuPont was all over you the whole race. Really, he's got 10 wins on the year. He's been very good. You've got yourself 1 win at Arklatex, but now you've found yourself an ABC Auto Parts victory lane at Boothill.
Yes, sir, man. I tell you what, it is scary having those guys behind you because I know how fast they are, and I see him keep picking his nose up, and, man, I just knew I had to hold my line because I watch them, man. I see where they run, and I just knew I needed to get in his line and just stay right there.
Absolutely, man. Well, let's hear about everybody who helps you out in the shop and up and down the road to get to these races.
Yes, sir. I want to thank Fast Fix Dent Repair, Cajun Craze Creation, Easy One Racing, Bojack's Craft House, and I believe that is about it.
All right, man. Well, what does it mean to win to you at Boothill Speedway?
Man, this is exciting. First win here. I love this track. And I'm glad I could come out here and do something.
All right, man. Well, make some noise for him one more time. Your front-wheel drive 4-cylinder feature winner, Jackson Gallagher in the 46. All right, folks, just 4 races left. The LED for Life Limited Modified second set of heat races. And heat race number 1 will line up like this. On the pole from Texarkana, Texas, in the Herald's Transmission, Hadaway Collision, Best Engines, Western Flyer Race Cars, number 36 is Colby Mewborn. To the outside, out of Wills Point, Texas, behind the wheel of the Rollins Landscape, Double G Mulching, Knowles Performance Engines, Western Flyer Race Cars, number 12 is Bailey Dosser. From Bastrop, Louisiana, the CCR Converters, Freeland Land Services, UFO Motorsports Express Race Cars, number 9C is Christopher Freeland. Brent Tidwell in the 20, Connor Mewborn in the 36C, Ricky Ingalls, Mark Underwood Jr., Denny Guyber, and Dustin Tater Hyde. Green flag waves on heat race number 1 for the second set of LED for Life Limited Modified heat races. Colby Mewborn, last season's runner-up at the Billy Melton Memorial and the Limited Modified Track Champion, is out front in the 36. Christopher Freeland rides in the second spot with Bailey Dosser on the outside. They're side by side for a second, 3 wide behind them for 3rd through 5th. The 20 of Brent Tidwell up into 4th, now challenging for 3rd. They're still 3 wide momentarily at the exit of turn 4. Colby Mewborn out front, Christopher Freeland in the second spot. Bailey Dosser and Brent Tidwell side by side for 3rd. In the first set of heat races, nobody won one further back than starting 3rd. The 00 of BJ Moore started 3rd and won his heat race. He is at the top of the passing points through the first round. This race is halfway complete, 4 laps down and 4 laps to go for Colby Mewborn. Christopher Freeland rides in 2nd, Brent Tidwell 3rd, 4th is Connor Mewborn and Bailey Dosser rounding out the top 5. A lot of fast cars behind them. Ricky Ingalls, Mark Underwood Jr., Denny Guyber, and Dustin Tater Hyde proving it is hard to pass out there at Boothill Speedway right now. Ricky Ingalls will test the high line, trying to get around the 12 of Bailey Dosser, but he can't do it. Ingalls stuck in the 6th spot. 2 laps to go this time for Colby Mewborn. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. White flag flies this time by. Still Mewborn, Freeland, Tidwell, Mewborn, and Dosser off of the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Colby Mewborn gets it done to start off the second set of LED for Live Limited Modified Heat Races. Christopher Freeland 2nd, 3rd is Brent Tidwell, 4th Connor Mewborn, and Bailey Dosser will round out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in 3rd from Harleton, Texas after starting 4th, the 20 of Brent Tidwell. 2nd place, your 3rd starter from Bastrop, Louisiana, the 9C is Christopher Freeland, and taking the win from the pole from Texarkana, Texas, the 36 of Colby Mewborn. Heat race number 2 is going to line up in this way. On the pole from Wascom, Texas, behind the wheel of the Rollo's Auto Sales, Mobag Suspension Technology, PTS Racing Engines, IRP Race Cars, number 55 is Ricky Burke Jr. And on the outside, tied for the most wins in limited modified competition this season with 11 wins to his credit from Greenville, Texas, the County Armory Quick Latch Products, A&B Diesel Performance, IRP Race Cars, number 20D of Rowdy Day. Your 3rd place starter from Bastrop, Louisiana, in the CCR Converters, Freeland Land Services, UFO Motorsports Express Race Cars, number 91 is Chris Freeland. And your 4th starter out of New Boston, Texas, aboard the LKD Motorsports Team 5 Enterprises L&A Consulting Cam Chassis, number F5 is Skeet Amison. Starting 5th from Texarkana, Arkansas, and the Texarkana, Texas, in the Bristow Custom Metals Connect Work Tools Best Engines IRP Race Cars, number 18J is Jake Huckabee. And to the outside from Genoa, Arkansas, the high point receiver from the first set, it's the 00 of BJ Moore. From Dayton, Texas, the 23 is Howard Willis. The Texarkana Texan, the 92 is Andrew Rossum. And from Bloomberg, Texas, the C65 of Casey Mooney. Green flag waves on heat race number 2. Ricky Burke Jr. will get off to a good start in heat race number 2. As he takes the race lead, he'll roll out of turn 4. 55 of Burke is your race leader. Rowdy Day in the second spot. Skeet Amison in third. Fourth place now, BJ Moore, as the 91 of Chris Freeland gets acquainted with the tractor tire in turn number 2, but he'll keep it rolling. We stay green. Keep your eyes on the 00 of BJ Moore. If he gets a good heat race right here, he could be your top qualifier from night 1, or the Friday night portion, I should say, of the Billy Melton Memorial. Ricky Burke Jr. continues to lead with Rowdy Day in the second spot. Skeet Amison shuffles up high. The 00 of BJ Moore will come at him down the back straightaway, move BJ Moore into the third spot. It's a trio of Texarkana racers right there. Ricky Burke Jr. still your race leader. Rowdy Day second. Third is BJ Moore. Fourth, Skeet Amison. And in fifth is Andrew Rossum. Jake Huckabee in the sixth spot. Howard Willis seventh. And Casey Mooney in the eighth spot. The 91 of Chris Freeland has pulled off of the Speedway. His night comes to a conclusion in that way. Two laps left for the double nickel Ricky Burke Jr. Now Rowdy Day tests the outside to see if there's any traction up there. Meanwhile, the 00 of BJ Moore coming to the inside, looking for a passing lane. White flag in the air, and the 00 of BJ Moore brought around with some help from, I believe, Skeet Amison in the F5. And that is detrimental to the 00's weekend right there. BJ Moore was sitting pretty, looking for a top qualifying position. Anyhow, we will continue. Checkered flag waves out of turn number 4. Here comes Rowdy Day to the outside, and he steals the win. Rowdy Day takes the win away from Ricky Burke Jr. Skeet Amison will finish third. Fourth place, Andrew Rossum and Jake Huckabee will round out the top 5. What a move to the outside for the 20D of Rowdy Day. So your top 3 cars in third from New Boston, Texas. He started fourth. That's Skeet Amison. Second place, after starting on the pole from Wascom, Texas, is the 55 of Ricky Burke Jr. And taking the win from second out of Greenville, Texas, it's the 20D of Rowdy Day. Heat race number 3 looks like this. On the pole from Anacoco, Louisiana, aboard the Mad Bullies ATV Repair, Circle M Welding and Fabrication, number 45 is Jeremy Miller. To his outside from Bastrop, Louisiana, aboard the CCR Converters, Freeland Land Services, UFO Motorsports Express Race Cars, number 19 is Ronnie Freeland. Starting third from Elizabeth, Louisiana, piloting the Joel's Auto Sales, Brighton Bridge, Hospice, Fontenot Trucking, Western Flyer Race Cars, number E8 is Ethan Bales. And to his outside from Houghton, Louisiana, aboard the A-Mark Metals, Arclitex Shop Builders, Arclitex Garage Doors, IRP Race Cars, number 9R is Baron Prince. Starting fifth out of Mooringsport, Louisiana, the Outlaw Transmission, Outback Boat and Motor, New York Life Auto, Grosinger Tri-State Battery Supply, number 00, that's J.D. Ammons. And to the outside, a 4-time winner here this season from Marshall, Texas, and the 5-star Builders True Love Law Firm, PTS Race Engines, IRP Race Cars, number 69 is the Marshall Missile of Derek Grigsby. Starting seventh from Jonesboro, Louisiana, in the Woodrow Lowe Trucking, Mark Kennedy Plumbing, Paul Leedy Race Engines, Western Flyer Race Cars, number B99 is Ben Leedy. And from Sibley, Louisiana, in the Williams Flooring and Construction, Blacks Metals, Myers Automotive, IRP Race Cars, number 7CC is going to be Connor Williams. And at the tail of the field from Vidor, Texas, piloting the Wills ATV, old number 7 Bar and Grill, CB Race Engines, IRP Race Cars, number 15 is Tracy Denby Jr. So as I was mentioning there in that last heat race, BJ Moore through the first round was your top qualifier, went third to first in his first heat race and was looking good moving. I think he moved into the second position after starting in sixth. So sixth to second, but unfortunately he was turned around and had to finish in the last spot. However, the 20D of Rowdy Day was your second top qualifier through the first round after going seventh to third in his first heat race. That race moved him from second to first. So as of right now, I believe Rowdy Day will be your top qualifier. We've still got 2 more heat races to go. Jeremy Miller, Ronnie Freeland, Ethan Bales, Barron Prince, J.D. Ammons, Derek Grigsby, Ben Leedy, Connor Williams, and Tracy Denby Jr. Looks like the 45 of Jeremy Miller not going to make the call for this one. So we're going to have to crisscross these guys to be in their proper starting position. All right, the lights are out. We're going green. 8 laps in distance. Remember, the top 12 cars and passing points will be locked into the A main come tomorrow night for $5,087 to win. The 19 of Ronnie Freeland gets a good start this time. Ethan Bales in the second spot. Barron Prince rides on the bottom. Here comes J.D. Ammons around the outside. He's up to third now. Derek Grigsby looking to make a move to the outside of Barron Prince. They're wheel-to-wheel down the back straightaway. Side by side into turn number 3. Derek Grigsby takes the 4th spot away from Barron Prince. It's a 3-car battle right in front of dead last. 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. trying to overtake the 9R of Barron Prince for the 5th spot. Ben Leedy also right there. Connor Williams not far behind in the 7CC. Ronnie Freeland looking very strong out front in the 19 car. 4 laps gone, 4 laps left. 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. experiencing some problems in 3 and 4. Went way up high, tapped the wall in corner number 4, but did not lose a position just yet. Ben Leedy coming after him though for 5th. It's Ronnie Freeland, Ethan Bales, J.D. Ammons, Derek Grigsby, and Tracy Denby Jr. as your top 5. Ben Leedy, Connor Williams, and Barron Prince rounding out your field. Now Prince will pull off into the pits. 2 laps left for the 19 of Ronnie Freeland. No change in the running order in the last several laps. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go in heat race number 3. Down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag waves. The 19 of Ronnie Freeland runs away with heat race number 3. Ethan Bales, 2nd place. 3rd is J.D. Ammons. 4th, Derek Grigsby. And Tracy Denby Jr. rounds out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in 3rd after starting 4th will be the 00 of J.D. Ammons from Mooringsport, Louisiana. 2nd place from Elizabeth, Louisiana. Started 2nd, finished 2nd. That's the E8 of Ethan Bales. And starting on the pole, finishing 1st from Bastrop, Louisiana, the 19 of Ronnie Freeland. So we move to the final race of the night, the fourth and final heat race for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. On the pole from Benton, Louisiana, the Total Custom Carbs, the Dent Pro Easy One Racing Engines Dominator Race Cars number 25 of Josh Bockham. Jacob Frick scheduled to be on the outside of the pole, but I don't believe he is in attendance here tonight. So to the outside pole from Natchitoches, Louisiana, the Allen Crawfish Mike's Welding Advanced Performance Engines Express Race Cars number 3D is going to be David Edwards. Starting on the inside of row number 2 from Blanchard, Louisiana, the top qualifier last night in time trials in the Abadix CWS Racing PTS Race Engines IRP Race Cars number 23 is Cody Tupper. To his outside from Marshall, Texas, the Rollos Auto Sales Arklatex Speedway Rixis Power Plant IRP Race Cars number 22 is going to be Chris Hittigan. Starting 5th from Texarkana, Texas is going to be Justin Whitehead. On the outside from Marksville, Louisiana, the K1 of Stephen Guidry, Chris Hall from Stonewall in the C12, and the 25J of Jacob McRae from Shreveport. Green flag is in the air for the final race of the night for the Friday night of the Billy Melton Memorial here at Boothill Speedway. And caution flag is going to wave. That one's going to be ruled a no start. ABC Auto Parts is the leading supplier of auto parts to automotive repair centers in the Shreveport, East Texas area. Family owned since our founding in 1968, our number one priority is and always has been customer satisfaction. For more information and to find the location nearest to you, look us up at abcauto.com. So your 5th starter from Texarkana, Texas, he drives the A&T Delivery American Automotive Best Engines Express Race Cars number 88 is going to be Justin Whitehead. On his outside from Marksville, Louisiana, the Sugarland Garden Soil and Materials River Runs Dirt Service Petrie Race Engines Express Race Cars number K1 is Stephen Guidry. The C12 is going to be Chris Hall out of Stonewall, Louisiana. The Blue Heron Septic Down Home Meets Mullins Race Engines IRP Race Cars. And the 25J is Jacob McRae from Shreveport in the Get Lit Lighting KB Custom Designs A-Mark Metals Quick Race Car. Lights are out. We're going green. 8 laps in distance for the final race of the night. They shuffle into turn number 1. David Edwards powers around the outside of Josh Bockham for the race lead. Chris Hennigan looks strong in the 22, coming after Edwards and Bockham. Cody Tupper sticking strong on the bottom, now nearly 3 wide down the front stretch. They cross underneath the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. David Edwards, your race leader. Chris Hennigan in the 2nd spot. Josh Bockham 3rd. And Cody Tupper in the 4th spot. Stephen Guidry rounding out the top 5. Justin Whitehead, Chris Hall, and Jacob McRae rounding out the field. Side by side for 3rd, Stephen Guidry, strong around the outside part of the Speedway. He'll take the 3rd spot away at the ABC Auto Parts flag stand. David Edwards, Chris Hennigan, Stephen Guidry is your top 3. Here comes Hennigan, knocking on the door for the race lead. They're side by side through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, David Edwards holds the position, and we've got a caution. The 23 of Cody Tupper stopped at the top of turns 1 and 2, bringing out the caution flag. For all of your accounting, bookkeeping, and tax needs, Frazier Accounting has you covered. Frazier Accounting also has over 25 years of QuickBooks experience and provides training and consulting on it. Give Heather Frazier a call at 318-588-8811. That's 318-588-8811. Special thanks to Frazier Accounting, the title sponsor of the Crate Late Models here at Boothill Speedway. Folks, don't forget, we're going to do it all over again here tomorrow night. We'll have our consolation and main events for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds and the Granger Equipment Factory stocks coming tomorrow. The Pro Mods will have a full show, as well as the Frazier Accounting Crate Late Models have now been added back to the card for this weekend, after Super B Speedway unfortunately had to cancel their 5,000 to win event over in Chatham, Louisiana. So we're adding the crate late models back here at the Speedway. Hope to see a full field of crates here tomorrow for the Billy Melton Memorial. As always, we'd like to thank VP Racing Fuels, proud to be the official fuel of Boothill Speedway. We've got 4 laps complete and 4 laps remaining in the 4th and final heat race for the second round of limited modified heat races, brought to you by LED for Life. David Edwards is your race leader. Chris Hennigan choosing the inside for the Texas-style restart. Stephen Guidry in 3rd. 4th is Josh Bauckham. Justin Whitehead in 5th. Chris Hall in 6th. 7th is Jacob McGray. And Cody Tupper at the tail of the field. Lights are out. We're going green. And again, they'll shuffle through 1 and 2. 5 cars right there battling for every spot on the racetrack. Here comes Chris Hennigan to the inside of David Edwards, but can't make the pass. Stephen Guidry still powering around the outside. Justin Whitehead and Josh Bauckham side by side for 4th. Whitehead holds the position through the first set of corners. Down the back straightaway. It'll be 2 to go this time for the 3D, followed by the double deuce. David Edwards, Chris Hennigan, Stephen Guidry, Justin Whitehead, Josh Bauckham, Chris Hall, Cody Tupper, and Jacob McGray. Will anything change with 1 lap to go out of turn number 4? White flag in the air. Edwards leads the field into turns 1 and 2, but here comes Chris Hennigan, getting really close to the tractor tires through the first set of turns. Down the back straightaway, here comes Hennigan to the inside. The 22 looks to take the race lead away in 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, checkered flag flies, and Chris Hennigan will steal the win. David Edwards 2nd, 3rd place is Stephen Guidry, 4th is Justin Whitehead, and Josh Bauckham will round out the top 5. So your top 3 cars in 3rd. From Marksville, Louisiana, after starting 7th, that's going to be Stephen Guidry. From 3rd to 2nd, from Natchitoches, Louisiana, the 3D of David Edwards. And taking the win from 5th, from Marshall, Texas, that's the best performance of the night for a heat race win. Started 5th, finished 1st from Marshall, Texas, the 22 of Chris Hennigan. Ladies and gentlemen, what a spectacular way to end the night for the Friday night portion of the Billy Melton Memorial. We'll be back tomorrow night. $5,087 on the line for the LED for Life Limited Modifieds. $1,587 on the line for the Granger Equipment Factory stocks, as well as a weekly advanced powder coating weekly racing series events for the Pro Mods and the Fraser Accounting crate late models. Make sure you join us here tonight. If you want to race, the hill's the place.